Hello everybody, this is Pi for Life here with Tommy Rowe, and we are at the
Ycs Charlotte.
Ycs Charlotte, and you can go ahead, buddy.
All right, so this weekend I played Prank Kids. I actually went 11-0 in Swiss, and then I lost to Flender in top 32. I got shifted, game 2, Dark Ruler call by. But that happens. I mean, luck has to run out at some point. But for the deck list, actually, we got 3 Fire Kid, 3 Water Kid, 3 Lapis, 2 Roxys. I really wanted to play a third one because I was trying to get my opening ratio for Prank Kid to be 90% for just one at least, because, you know, I just like that as my normal summon. But I just decided to run with 2 because it's obviously the worst one. Bricks, 2 Fusion Destiny. Drawing Fusion Destiny is insane in this deck, probably better than it is in most, kind of like Tri Brigade. 2 Illusion of Chaos, 2 Souls. These were very good. By the way, I played 52 cards. I cut all the fluff. I think this card is really broken in the deck, so you have to play it. But in terms of like recruitment cards like Small World or Terraforming or Foolish, I'd rather have a hand trap or just the card itself. You know, drawing multiple Prank Kids isn't that terrible, so I think the 52 is pretty good. It was about 60% for 2 hand traps going second. And then for the adventure package, I did play 2 Fateful. I think it's good for the grind. It feels really nice to be able to activate right second time and actually get the Fateful out of your deck. It's insane for chain blocking. I would just add Enchantress a lot of the time to add the right, like, and not even add Griffin, because I would just want to draw 2 off Souls, or I already have it or something. So it's pretty cool. And then the brick. 2 more bricks that when someone banishes these or they're just removed from the game, it does really hurt. Pandemonium Pranks. If you don't have your Griffin and this gets ogred, it's like super devastating. 3 place. I didn't want to play this card at all starting out because it's not good versus Droll. But then going second, it's just such an insane chain blocker. And the fact that you can actually use 2, so you can't use the recruitment effect, but you can use the attack modifier and to chain block twice if you have 2 of these. And yeah, that was actually good one time I did that. And then for hand traps, so I think it's 20, I'm not sure, but it's pretty much everything I wanted. So 1 Imperm, side designator. Imperm's sweet, it's way better than Valor, but the problem is that Pranks draws the end phase, so you can't actually use it because you already established your board. So that's why I play 3 Valor over this. 3 Ash, generic. I don't even know how good this card is anymore. I've always hated it though, so I'm kind of biased. 2 Ghost Ogre. Ghost Ogre I think is still pretty sweet. I know a lot of people hate on it now. I only played 2 because, yeah, maybe I didn't think it was sweet either actually. But it's good with Designator. Like I said with Pranks, I did Ogre Pranks one time, that was game. It's good with Fateful, but when you're playing so many hand traps and you're like already drolling, they're like Water Girl, and then you're using this. This kind of sucks, but the thing with the hand traps is there'd be games where I would open like I literally opened 5 hand traps going second, but it didn't matter, and I didn't draw Prank, I drew another hand trap, but it didn't matter because my nib and another hand trap stops their whole board, you know, baits out any Omni Negates, and then you use the nib as an extender for Verte with one of the dead hand traps, so it's pretty sweet. 3 Droll, 3 Bell. I was afraid of the mirror, that's why I played 3 of this card. I think it's pretty strong versus Dodo. So, because Valor sucks because they just make another Dodo. 3 Nib. Nib is, I thought this really was going to be a bad format for Nib, but it turns out when you play like 20 hand traps, it's not so bad of a card. 3 Valor.
Anything you change?
No. I thought the list was perfect, honestly. I think 52 is right. But yeah, I don't know. It's an arbitrary number, right? It's just based on like how much you want to see cards, and if you think like the percentages go up by enough where you're satisfied. It's all weird. theory, I guess. 3 cherries. This card's insane. You sight it in. DP is a huge problem for this deck, so when they go Verte, activate effects, and you cherries, their DP, it's pretty sweet. 3 Designator. Card's insane going first, so going first, I side 3 Talents, 3 Designator, and a Called By. Originally, the build, when I was playing like 60, I mained these 4, because the reason I wanted to play Prank Kids was I thought it played around hand traps very well. And I thought a consequence of Scythe being good, or a format defining card, is everyone's playing just a crap load of hand traps. So I wanted to main these really bad, but your chain blocks are good enough, and as long as you're making Verte, DP will just carry you. 3 Twin Twister. Didn't really sight it in. I don't think this card is as strong versus Prank Kids as people think. It's not a hand trap, so you're already letting them do stuff, and all you're getting rid of is a Pandemonium. I didn't summon Butler one time, day 1. It was a lot of DPE, or maybe if I could have summoned Butler, my opponent just scooped. So I don't know how essential this card is actually versus Pranks, but against Flunder, against trap decks, it's a very good invoked. And then 2 Imperms. So I guess the only interesting thing is I didn't play Gamma. I think Gamma's not strong at all, because when we have cards like Mare, and that's what you're using to justify a brick, it's just like Gamma's not as powerful as Mare, and you have to play Driver, and most of the time your one hand trap's gonna get negated. So the Griffin was negating it anyway, so if you open 1 Gamma, it's significantly worse than one of any other hand trap, in my opinion. 1 Washer, 1 Butler. Didn't play Rocket just because I don't think everyone I asked said they never used it. I just started playing this deck like a week ago, by the way. So yeah. 1 Meow Meow, 3 Doodadoo, 1 Bow Wow. This extra deck is not that tight in my opinion. You could play 2 of this if you want, but I don't know what else you're gonna play. Maybe I could have made a Cerberus or something. There was a lot of positions where I wanted to make a different Link 2 than just like Dark Charmer. So I don't know. What do you play? Phoenix, Cerberus, seems cool. Any other great Link 2. 1 Bow Wow. You don't really need more than 1 at all. 1 Unicorn. Pretty strong. Sometimes you gotta get rid of the nib token, or climb into access code and get rid of a card. It's 3000 attack for access code, which is pretty good too. Then Link Rebo, you have to play this card to climb into Dark Charmer with the Prank Kid token, since it's level 1. Souls is already dark, so that's not real. 1 Dark Charmer. Card's broken. I wish I played DD Crow, because then I could have searched it, because it actually did come up where this card dies. Yeah. There was a position where my opponent had a Dark Charmer, and I just left my DP in defense and just like was not killing it just because I didn't want to give him a free card, which is interesting. 1 Link Spider, 2 Verte. I don't think I needed the second Link Spider. Yeah, I definitely didn't need it at all. 2 Verte came up, 1 DP. So yeah, that's the deck. For shoutouts, I'd like to shout out my sponsor the most, RMC, Gabe, Pat, Desmond, Kamal, Chris, Jose. Jose is insane up and comer. Like he really helped me think out this deck. Matt Ames, Christian, Gabe Perez, Ellis, Jacob. Like, you know, they all helped me out so much. I appreciate it so much. Everyone on the team, if I missed anyone. So great event.
Thank you.